All right, so the Chicago Bears have signed Eddie Jackson to an extension. It's going to be 4 years, a little bit over $58 million for the contract, 33 million guaranteed, and over 14 a year, about 14.7, I think they said. Those are the reported numbers. Bears, of course, haven't made it official yet, but his agency tweeted it out. So we'll see the official numbers, but I'm sure we won't know all the crazy details of the contract just yet. But that's what it is. So he is technically the highest paid safety in the league. And I don't really get too, worked up over that stuff because I'm pretty sure they just go by the annual salary as far as the quote unquote highest paid. Not sure how everybody defines highest paid. But as far as my reaction to it, I'm cool with it. I mean, look, Eddie Jackson was not the player he was this year, if that makes sense. You can see not an all-pro, none of that. Really had one interception. We know he got the last one in the last play of the season, but that was contractually and all that, I'm sure they count it, but for me, like, whatever. He had one interception that meant anything. So, but it's not always about interceptions. That really isn't what it's about. At the end of the day, those are numbers. Numbers don't tell the whole story, as I said. For me, it's about assignment football. And as I said, this year, from what I can tell, again, I'm not going to tell you fact and fiction. From what I can tell, he really gambled a lot and had a lot more freedom after last year. And that helped or hurt the back end on many occasions. And so, again, I always offer up what I don't know to begin with. As I've said, I don't know what the play calls are. I could get the film. I could look at the game and make a decision. I could look at the coach's film, all 22, make a better decision. But at the end of the day, I don't have all the information. None of us do. But just schematically, understanding football and how it works, there's many times where I said either Eddie Jackson made a mistake or we just absolutely ran a coverage that didn't make any sense. So just structurally, it seemed like there were many times where he should have been in places and he wasn't. And not even so much as he didn't know what he was doing. It's definitely not that. I think he just had the green light to be a ball hawk. And so he wasn't sitting over the top playing, middle of the field to the sideline as much as he was last year and just kind of being like a Earl Thomas, zone hawk. He really was moved around the field. And as I said, when we got rid of Amos and we got Clint Dix, I told you the negative is going to be in the run game and the run support that we have with that physical presence and really just inserting himself into in the box safety. That's going to be the negative because that's not Clint Dix's game. The positive is that we're going to be more flexible with what we can do with both our safeties because both of them have deep coverage ability. And that's exactly how it played out. I mean, we were able to do more things and move Eddie Jackson around. But at the end of the day, I don't think it worked well for us. I think we were better when we were assignment sound. And again, you could go back. You can look at all the comments about Amos, all the comments about how much he didn't matter, how insignificant he was. And so that's how people felt. And we see how that played out. Some people are big talents, but you're rarely going to be bigger than the game. It's a team sport. It's not LeBron James switching the whole team's direction. You're rarely going to be bigger than the game. And so when you got people that know what they're doing and doing it correctly, 9 times out of 10, that's going to be more effective. But either way, the point is I'm cool with us signing it because he has that ability. And what I've learned slowly over the years and I'm continuing to acknowledge is that especially when it comes to certain positions like defensive back, physical talent wins. And people wonder why people reach for players, or, they get players that people think aren't, worthy of being drafted at that place. Is because physical talent wins. You can't teach it. And so you're talking about somebody with really great intangibles and technique, but very little physical athleticism, versus getting somebody with the high ceiling of athleticism, but really isn't good technique wise. Coaches want that talent and that potential 9 times out of 10, because only with that physical ability can you ever get to elite level. And so I think, like I said, we saw Eddie Jackson, what he can do, and it's rare. Not a lot of safeties can get middle of the field to sideline. A lot of safeties don't have that good range, and he's got really good ball skills as well. I think he was a little more physical, even though he'll never be a hitter. But he was less scared to come up this year. And I think the confidence was good that he knew he could play. I think the confidence was a little overbearing this year, but I think he's at a place now probably where he could understand, let me listen to coach, get myself in the best position. And that's all we can hope. We don't know him personally, most of us. So hopefully that's the type of player he is, and the money's not going to ruin his mindset. I think he could definitely bounce back next year. And again, I don't care if he has 1 interception next year. I don't want to turn on the all 22 tape and see part of our deep zone missing because Eddie Jackson is staring at the quarterback or he ran up on a short route. And that's the part that I'm worried about. So, but as far as a physical talent, as a safety and all that, he's got all those skills. And so, we got him until he's 32, which would be right around his prime. And I think the money's reasonable, so I'm good with it. So go down comment section, let me know what you think. Share it around, get the conversation started. And remember, stay up and bear down.